Guess who's back? Back again. Mo is back. Tell your friends. Hello, Plaza. Mr. Mo here, and we are going to today make a quick little logo. So logos are pretty easy in my opinion, but you do have to think about it. You can't just throw it together. You got to think a little bit about what you want to do, and then I'm going to just show you a couple tools to make a cool little logo. So anyway, remember this is your zoom down here. This will zoom in and out so you can see your whole page. But with a logo, typically you're thinking of like something kind of tiny. Something like if it's a t-shirt, it's not huge on the t-shirt. It's just going to be on like the pocket of the t-shirt is kind of the logo we're going for today. So you first want to start with thinking of what your company is going to be or whatever, what product you're selling, what your logo is going to be for. So let's say I go to Google and I'm going to open up Google here, and let's say my club. I'm gonna do a dance club, and so I've got this dance club, and I want to put out just a little logo like that's going to be on pamphlets and things like that, maybe T-shirts and whatnot. And the name of my dance play, it's called Mo's Club, Club Mo. I mean, who don't want to go hang out at Club Mo? But so it's a dance club, right? And so if I go to look at images, right, and I just type in dance and I go to images, right? So there's like actual people like that are dancing, and typically a logo isn't people, right? It's more like art. So maybe I type in maybe I'll type in dancing and then art behind it. So I get more like artistic looking things that look like it might be more of like a logo type deal, and this one looks great. So maybe my Club Mo is going to be a place for ballerinas. She's doing a little, is that a pirouette? I don't know what that is, but she's making a P, so maybe it's a pirouette. Anyway, enough about that. Let's move into the actual logo. So now I'm going to paste that picture in here. And so I paste a picture, and it doesn't matter how large it comes in because we can adjust it later. We'll work with the big picture right now. And you may notice that there's like a hint of gray on there. So it's not white. It's not like truly a transparent picture. And you guys are probably going to want to work with transparent pictures. So to make that part of it transparent, I'm going to click on the photo, and I'm going to go up here to Format, Color, and I'm going to go to Set Transparent Color. Okay, and we did this in PowerPoint in 6th grade. And so I click here, and now you can see that the white part is showing through. And then another thing I like to do is go to Position and click Position in the Middle. And what that does is it allows us to move our picture around if we want to. So I've got this part. I've got the image that I want to use, and now it's time for the text. And I prefer, Word's got some okay text, but for this assignment, what I'm going to want you guys to use is either dafont.com or cooltext.com. So I'm going to go through a couple options. It won't take super long, and I know some of you guys have, we've used these sites before, but let's say I'm going to go to Cool Text first. And you may want to look at a couple options. So with my image, it's pretty colorful. There's a lot of color in there, and so looking at it, this looks like it could match up decently. So that one could be okay, or maybe this one here. So I could start. Let's say I start with this one, right? And so I'm going to type in Club Mo, right? And I can mess with the colors and stuff on here, and so you guys are going to have to do that if you want to try to match it up and get it looking good. I can like these colors are probably going to be too light, but just for time's sake, I'm going to hit Create Logo, because you always got to hit Create Logo. Then when I copy and paste from here, it's going to be transparent when I go into my logo here. So I paste it, okay? And again, it won't let me move it very well. That's why you always have to click on it, go to Format, Position, put it in the middle, and now we can move this around a little bit. Okay, and so I don't think that looks very good like that. It looks, it looks a little busy, and there's options where I could turn it sideways if I wanted to and have it over here to the side. Of course, I'd want it to be nice and straight if I was doing that, but I don't necessarily know that I think that looks like a very good logo. I don't really like that. I don't think that's a very good logo. And so maybe I want some balance here. I want club up here, Mo down there, but I've already made this. So I have a couple options. You could just go back into cool text and retype that. What I'm going to do here first, what I think probably the quickest and easiest is to just go to your snipping tool. So if I go to my snipping tool, I need to click off of that. So I'm going to go back and go to new, and I'm just going to snip my name here, copy it, and paste it. So now I've got that, and now I still have Club Mo up here. What I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to go to Format, and I'm going to crop it. So cropping is right here, so I'm going to crop this part out. So now I have Club Mo in two different little pictures of it, right? So I can put Club there, and again, it won't let me move the Mo, so I've got to go to Position and center it, right? And I can come down here with it. And you may notice like the white, so we see that white box, and that's because I need to go back to Format, Color, and I need to set the transparent color and make that white. Now we can see the leg kind of come through there, right? And so maybe I have something like this, and that's more of what my logo is going to be. Now, again, I don't think it matches up super well. These colors are a lot more vibrant than these, so I would maybe want to go back in and make these colors more vibrant. We can't edit it here in Word because we used a different font site to create them. I could also go back to the font website, or cool text, and maybe see what this one's going to look like. So I could go here and type in Club Mo, hit create. I'm going to copy this and paste it over here. Again, we're going to have to then go up to Format, Position, and let's go to the center. And that actually looks like it matches a little bit better. And maybe I want it there. Maybe I want so I'm gonna go ahead and delete those. So you guys saw what that looked like. And sometimes with your guys' logos, I'm gonna want you to do this. Come up with a couple options, one or two options of your logo. And so I have this here. And looking at that, and again, that would have been it wouldn't take you very long to do this at all, but I think there's things I can do to make the logo better. And so what I'm going to mess with here is I'm going to right click on the picture and go to Format Picture, and that opens up this pane over here. I want to see what the picture looks like by going to Picture Correction here. And again, you can go to Corrections there as well. I kind of like it over here in this side pane, but I could go here to Transparency, and I can lighten the picture up a little bit. You see how when I do that, it lightens the picture up, so it's almost like the picture could be like a watermark, something that's just in the background. So I could mess with that, see if I liked that. I could go to the color tone here and look at that, but I'm not going to, because then that's going to add like the shade, like that shade of blue behind it. But again, that looks cool. I could make it smaller, and maybe I like that shade of blue. Behind it, it's not transparent anymore. But I don't know. I don't think I really want to do that and add that. So we will not end up doing that. But there's all kinds of things that you guys can kind of play with here when you do that. And then I can just hit reset. Now when I hit reset, it goes back to giving it that kind of gray color, and so I would need to go back to Set Transparent and click that to where we can see through better the whiteness of the background of the picture. Now what would happen maybe when I go to Picture Correction? That's not Picture Correction either. Let's say I want to just turn it like black and white, right? So I could go up here to Color and go here and mess with the picture and make it more of a black and white type picture, and maybe I like the color pop on top of it, and so I can narrow that down and then have Club Mo be smaller, right, and have that over the top of the image as well. And I can still see that gray background behind it, so I would probably, honestly, what I would probably do is start it over and go back to color, do the Set Transparent thing, because it looked better before I jacked around with those colors. But for the sake of time, I'm not going to go back and do that. But I would. And so you could do something like that you thought might look kind of cool. That the other website, which I know you guys are aware of, is cooltext.com. And so with dafont.com, what am I thinking? So dafont.com, you can go there and try to find kind of a cool deal there as well. And so I could go here, type in Club Mo, and this is just like if you want to split the words. So if I actually with this you have to snip again. So if I go to new and I snip this, you could either snip it one at a time or just bring it in to your document. And sometimes I like bringing multiple texts in. And again, we're going to have to go to Format, Position, and bring it to the front so that we can move it. We have to set the transparency again. So Color, Set Transparent, click on the white part, and now it should show through. So sometimes I like to bring in multiple texts as well, just so you can see multiple options. And then again, you can go back and forth with the picture and you know, go to your picture options and whatnot and put the color back on it and see different things. I mean, you may like something like that. You know, there's a lot of things for you guys to play with your logos to get it absolutely perfect for you. So that is all that I really wanted to show you guys as far as your logo goes. You may want something over the top. You may want to fit around. Like I said, all kinds of different options. When you are ready to save, so what I've done is I held Shift and I selected this other part of my picture. So I've got the picture and the words attached together, and then I can go here and I could group them. And so now they're grouped together. They're attached. And so they're all one thing. So when you're done with your logo, you may have several words, several pictures that are involved. You just hold Shift. So if I click here and then I hold Shift and I click my other text and I go to Group and I group them, now all those are going to be grouped together. And if I want to ungroup them, I just go to Ungroup and now they're separate again. And I can go about editing them and whatnot. So that is that. When you're done with it, if it's transparent, you can do this in Microsoft Word. You can right-click on it. Actually, let me group this again. So you go to Format and then Group. Ungroup, and now I'm going to group it again. And so when you're in there, well, actually, no, it won't let me do it. I thought you could save it as a picture, but I guess it won't let you save it as a picture. Sometimes it will let you do that, but it looks like it's not letting me do it here, so I'm just going to wrap this up. When you are done with it, you would go to File, Save As, put it in your folder, 7th grade stuff, whatever, name it your name and logo, and then you are good to go. All right, that is all I have. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and come visit Club Mo. Show me your pirouettes. Show me your moves. Thank you.